everyone, Sarah Beyer here with the Ketone Craze. So I just wanted to talk with you guys for a few minutes just about how to recover from a cheat meal while you're on the keto diet. And I have a few notes here, so if you see me look down, it's because I've kind of written out about my personal experience with this and how I've been able to come back from eating a carb-heavy meal. You know, you really want to limit the amount of cheat meals that you have. If you're, you know, having a weekend, having a celebration, going on a vacation, these things are going to happen. And you want it to really just be one meal versus a weekend of meals, several days, several weeks. And then at that point, you've made it to months and you're really just going to give up on the keto diet itself at that point. You know, you really want, if your focus is to lose weight, you really don't want to have many cheat meals because it's just going to reverse your process pretty much, and it may make you gain weight. So I know that times that I've had a cheat meal, afterwards, I don't feel good because once my body hasn't had sugar and carbs for so long that once I eat it, it's almost like I just feel tired, I feel groggy, I have stomach cramps. I mean, at that point, I just don't even want to have the cheat meal because it does make me feel bad. So you're definitely going to feel more bloated as your fat cells start holding on to that water again, especially after you've been fat adapted for a period of time. It will definitely take your body longer to recover if you do cheat on the keto diet. Speaking from my personal experience, the first day after I cheat, it usually goes okay. Like, I don't really feel any difference, but it's really the second or third days as I'm using all of that glycogen that I've taken in and that big carb-heavy meal that I don't feel as good. And, you know, you may notice you gain 5 pounds of water weight, or at that point your cravings start back again and you have to go through this whole keto flu process all over again because of that slip up. So, you know, I would definitely recommend that these would be some good ways to recover. If you have your cheat meal, that very next day, go ahead and up your calories. Go ahead and up your fats to more than you would normally take. I'd also recommend, if you're having this carb-heavy meal, to go ahead and have it and then, you know, maybe plan to work out later in the day, maybe plan to work out several days in advance, because your muscles are going to store that glycogen after you eat the carbs, and then if you work out, especially weightlifting, your muscles are going to actually use that to help you versus having that glycogen just sit there and eventually be stored as body fat. You know, I do lift weights, light weights I'd say, and I would say that it definitely helps to go ahead and do that workout afterwards. So basically, you really want to make sure it's not an all-out binge session, that it's pretty much just one meal. And for me, one of the most important things is to take your exogenous ketones. The exogenous ketones, the ones by Pruvit that I do sell, these are top of the line. They're the fastest working ketones on the market. They have great flavors, and the benefits are just wonderful if you're using this in combination with a keto diet. Because basically, you can take your packet and be in ketosis again within 60 minutes, versus if you cheat, it could take up to a week to fully get back into ketosis again. It also is going to help you curb those cravings that you might start feeling again. It's also going to help you with those keto flu symptoms. So I would definitely say, if this is your plan, take your ketones that day, take your ketones the day after, just to put you back into that ketogenic state. You know, it's almost like you're hitting a pause button on your progress when you cheat. So the ketones are going to put you back into that process so you can start burning that fat and feeling that energy and feeling all of those great effects again. I would definitely say get enough electrolytes, get your multivitamin, get your magnesium and all of that day that you're planning to have that meal as well. You know, we really want you to stay focused on this diet and try as hard as you can not to cheat. And then the ketones, you know, they also will help you when you plateau. They will go ahead, you know, especially if you're taking them once every day, they're going to help you push through that plateau when you find that the cravings hit. So basically, I just wanted to give you these couple of ideas for you as you go through the weekend, as you go through a holiday, that the ketones are important if you cheat. Exercise is important if you cheat. Again, we reiterate, as we always do, that electrolytes and water, staying hydrated, all of that is important. And basically that you just don't want your whole weekend to be destroyed. You want to just try to stick to having that one cheat meal, because we know everyone wants to live a little. Everyone's going to have a glass of wine, maybe a drink here and there, a dessert. You know, we all deserve to have our lives and to have fun in it. So I just wanted to give you a few examples of how you could come back from your cheat meal and still feel the great effects of the ketogenic diet and still achieve the results that you want. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, guys.